What's up?
Oh, I'm just compiling all the top sports scores, news, and odds so I can make the very best bets.
Me too. BetOnline.ag.
Join today and receive your 50% welcome bonus at betonline.ag.
Coming at you from the Legacy Club across the street from TD Garden, I am Josue Pavone, joined with Cedric Maxwell, Nick Gelso, talking Celtics, Kyrie Irving, and should the Celtics fans want him back? I mean, it seems like this city is pissed off beyond the point of no return. At this point, it's like there's no way they don't even want to see the sight of Kyrie Irving in the Celtics uniform. But a lot can change between now and July 1st.
I think you guys are.
Okay, there's plenty of time, right, Max?
I really think that you guys are overestimating the hatred.
Oh, Max.
I think you are. I mean, I just look at it and people, are there are certain people who are saying that, but there were certain people who, even the night we got back from Milwaukee, there were a couple of Celtic fans out there with signs out at the airport out there, just so I think
signs
that
what, keep Kyrie?
Yeah, but I think that what's happening is that because we're so close to it now, so close to it that you cannot back away. You just see everything right now seems like it's falling on Kyrie. And we'll say this about Kyrie. Were there some amazing moments that Kyrie gave you this year?
Max, I'd be the first to say, as far as covering somebody, Kyrie's been one of the best people to ever cover. He's done things in his prime that I've not seen other people do.
However, Nick Gelso?
However,
that's what I thought. All right,
I mean, I'm not challenging it or questioning it.
I was going to say
talent.
His
talent is unquestionable. To me, it's the leadership qualities. I think everything trickles down from the top, Max. If you're in a bad mood, I'm going to be in a bad mood if you're the captain of the team, right? That's true. And he's admitted that himself. His teammates have admitted it. He said, I need to be less moody, right? So, and then come playoff time, I stepped away a little bit this year. I didn't cover as many games, so I got to see it from the fan perspective, watching the games with fans, and it was ugly.
And there were some, and I agree with you, there were some ugly moments. But I think there were so many, jaw-dropping moments that you think about with Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, but we didn't win.
No. There were winning games. There was some real. I had some calls on radio that I'm just like, oh my God, did I see what I just saw? Kyrie Irving is the best finisher right now that I think I've ever seen.
Ever?
I didn't stop the word.
You have no comment on this?
I'm just saying. Who you give me one.
Michael Jordan was a pretty good finisher.
Michael Jordan was not the finisher Kyrie.
What about Dr. J was a pretty good finisher?
No, Dr. J was not the shooter.
No,
what about Paul Pierce?
On the rim,
Kyrie.
What about Paul Pierce?
No. Kyrie, the thing about Kyrie, which is different, we got to add this is the fact that the three-point shot.
True.
It was not a weapon really at that time.
That's true.
Kyrie has an arsenal with the three-point shot. He can beat you with the mid-range. He can go to the hole, left hand, right hand.
But he can't lead his teammates.
We keep saying the whole thing about leading his teammates. Teammates also have to be able to follow.
But when's the last time we heard something like this with a superstar talent, though? You can look not too far back, whether we're talking Kobe Bryant, whether we're talking LeBron James. We had this conversation with those guys. Before, though, that's the thing. I mean, granted, he's never been in this position where he's been the number one guy. Okay. So he has a championship on his resume. He has never been the number one guy.
I was expecting Game 7.
But we said the same exact thing about Kobe Bryant as about LeBron James, especially LeBron James. When LeBron couldn't get past the Celtics, what did people say? Oh, he's not a great leader. People don't tend to follow his lead.
He went over to Miami, and pretty much D-Wade was the leader of that team.
No.
Come on.
No.
Come on, Max.
Let's not go with D-Wade was the leader. The leader of that team was LeBron James.
Oh.
He was the leader of that team.
Dwayne Wade had to step aside.
The only time, not the only time. Leadership qualities, you could say LeBron when they came back from 3-1 back with the Cavs. Miami, I think he needed to team up with two other players, and that's what started this whole trend.
Well, that's what this league is about now.
I know.
This is what this league is about. You have to have those other guys with you. And let's just get into this bubble for just 1 second, which we need to talk about. The bubble of Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward getting hurt. Yeah, Gordon Hayward getting hurt initially. Yeah. Because Brad Stevens came to me that year before Gordon Hayward ever played a minute and said, Max, I know what I'm going to do late in games. Pick and roll with Kyrie Irving and Gordon. This is going to be our bread and butter. He didn't get a second of that. So we didn't see
Right.
we didn't see the Gordon Hayward that he was recruited so heavily to be. We've only seen glimpses of it. Can Gordon Hayward, another guy, can he come back to where he was? I think that's going to be even more of a question.
That's frightening.
Yeah,
It is.
It is.
$30 million.
Yeah.
That's frightening.
Well, to Max's point, I mean, it is way too early, obviously, but I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say how many people in the city don't want to see Kyrie stick around in Boston. Like, I don't think that's something that I'm
No, it's
exaggerating at
not.
this point.
Have we seen any jerseys being burnt?
No, but this is Boston. I
I'm
would
just
really be
saying,
really
have we
disappointed if they're burning jerseys.
Have we seen any jerseys being burnt?
Max,
gentlemen?
remember last-
Have we seen them being sent back? Are we at the sports shop? And I'm not defending Kyrie, but I've been in situations where people panic. I was on a team. You talking about leadership? I was on a team that got swept by Milwaukee in 1983.
83, yeah.
Swept. We got swept.
Yeah, what happened?
And
Now,
the
that's
next
a
year
different podcast.
next year we come back and we win the whole thing. Now, was it leadership? What was it?
What was it?
What was it?
Was it tiny?
No, it wasn't tiny. What was it? Was it the fact that people did not like Bill Fitch?
That might have been what it
and
was.
threw him under the bus?
Because McHale didn't like Bill Fitch. Right?
So Miguel and Robert didn't like Bill Fitch. But, later on, if you talk to those same guys, they look at Bill Fitch and say,
He was
the
pretty
best
good.
thing.
Yeah, he was
the
pretty
best
good.
thing that probably happened to me. So we go on this tirade right now about players or what they didn't do, and then there's a page that you can turn that is almost magical.
Max, have you ever seen a team that leaked this much information? I mean, it was all year long. If Kyrie wasn't, you were there insinuating about the young guys, and Rozier or Jalen were Marcus Morris insinuating about having fun. I mean, there was just so much leakage in that locker room.
Wow, that didn't happen with Shaq and Kobe, did
They
it?
were winning
No,
championships.
I don't care. It still didn't
This
happen.
team didn't win 50 games.
Yeah, but Nick,
didn't-
it took them
still-
some years to get to that
it
point.
still
I
didn't
think that's
happen
what.
with those guys.
that's what- I think that's
How
what people
about
overlooking.
One of those teams right now you look at over the years and you go, "Oh my God, I can't believe." How about that Sacramento team? Or Shaq used to call them the Queens.
Yeah.
Shaq used to say all the time. This team was loaded. They had a chance to win the 7th game at their home and peed the bed.
Yeah.
So I think that you look at the way teams are. I think that you have to step back a little bit. Let the dust clear, because there's a lot of people throwing a lot of darts right now, including Terry Rozier right now. I mean, anybody got a shovel for me? I mean, you're talking about digging a hole.
Oh, man.
Damn.
Jeez. That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic for another segment.